It's me, Scotty. Yeah, I don't know. I was watching the coverage about Austin Sterling last week, and I noticed a couple times that his son went out and pleaded for peace, was asking people to protest the right way. And I found it kind of strange where, it's not to say that he doesn't want peace or whatnot, but it seems like there's a pattern with all these families of police brutality. Like, they're always the one asking for peaceful protests. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, there's got to be lawyers involved in this.
Yeah.
And, because I remember, I don't know if you remember what happened with Ferguson, where Mike Brown's father, after, they were pleading for peace throughout the whole week of the verdict.
Yep.
And then once the verdict comes, he's saying, burn
this
bitch
shit
down.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, there's got to be the people involved, like clergymen, lawyers, and we all want peace. Like, we all want a peaceful resolution to these things going on. But it just seems like we're being asked to live up to a standard of respectability politics that, like, even the majority of the country isn't willing to go through. I mean, look at 9/11.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Forget that, man. I mean, if you're talking about, and thanks for the call, man. If you're talking about, stuff that happens to America, as soon as something happens to America, we're going to war, right? We are, we don't take any apologies. We don't ask, we don't offer, nor would we grant forgiveness. We go to war. As soon as you hurt us, we're going all out. And so it is a level of hypocrisy to have someone ask us to be forgiving. And there are all kind of players involved. You have publicists involved, you have preachers involved, clergy, you have politicians and lawyers involved, all trying to make sure that the peace is kept, right? And that the and I'm not really one for violence, primarily because the violence that we inflict and the carnage, the burning down, is really in our communities, right? Not that most of us have a lot of ownership in those communities, but still, it's our communities. When we get done burning our shit down, we don't have anywhere to go to stay, right? And then if we do burn some stuff down, we're burning down small businesses, from black owners or other we're hurting ourselves in most of these riots, because there's no way in hell they'll let those riots get over into affluent communities. I mean, think about it. If rage and anger got boiled over so much that protests actually left the black community, they will bring out the the National Guard. They will bring out they will crush it so quickly and so brutally that that it would never be tried again. So that's one of the reasons I'm like, we might as well have peace, because, we're not going to bring war to those factions, to that part of the nation that actually deserves it, or if you want to say it like that. Right. So peace is always something that we go for, but it's also something that is intentionally tried to pushed on us by the hurting families, the families that are hurting the worst. They're always, it goes back to Rodney King. Can't we all just get along? Here's the guy who actually had his head busted by the police, ultimately advocating for peace, because if he had said, keep burning this shit down, then the LA riots would have continued for a much longer time. So just explaining it, I'm not really on either side of it, but, it is what it is.